Diesel was only available at one filling station in the Kurunegala town today. There was a long queue of vehicles there. A family that was travelling to Colombo to attend the wedding of their son was stuck in this queue for hours. Our son is waiting at the hotel. We are stuck on the road with no way to travel to the hotel. This is what has happened to us even after we voted for this government. Our son is waiting for us there for hours. We are on the road since 8:30 in the morning. Our government has now done this to us.
Highway yarway මෙව්වයි ගහනවා ඒවනේ මේ කරන් තියෙන්නේ මේ තෙල් ටික දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. ඒක තමයි දැන් සැපද කියලාවත් අහන්නවත් එකක් නැහැ. දැන් හින්දා අපට සැපයි.
A tense situation was reported when the driver of a vehicle attempted to evade the queue and pump fuel from the filling station.
අපි මේ පාන්දර ඉඳන් පොලිමේ ඉන්න ඔයාගේ ලොරියට එහෙම දාන්න දෙන්නේ කොහමද? බලවඩ කරන්න එපායි. අපි මිනිස්සු ගහන්න බදල් ගැව්වත් ගිනි දිලා උඹේ ලොරිය විතර නෙමෙයි අපි මාකට යන්න තමයි ඉන්නේ. සමුලයින් කරගන්නවා නම් මේක. මචං ඕකට තෙල් දාන්න එපා. ඕක පොලිමේ හිටියේ නෑ. උඩු කරනවා වාහනයක් එක්ක ගැව්වත් තෙල්. ඕක තෙල් ගැව්වත් මගේ වාහනයක් එක්ක ගිනි දිනවා කරගනි.
8 out of 9 fuel stations in Mathura did not have fuel. According to our correspondent, even the diesel at the fuel station that provides fuel for ambulances will be over today.
ඊයේ දවසේ රෑයි ඉෂු කළා පොලිසියට ගිලන් රථවලට තව ලීටර් 100ක් 150ක් වේගාව තියෙනවා ආරක්ෂිත තොගේ තද තොගේ එන්නේ නැහැ. ඩොල් නැහැ ඩීසල් නැහැ වෙනෝනේ. තමයි බඩේ ඉන්නේ කුස්ස තමයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ.
A shortage of diesel was also reported in Kandy and surrounding areas. There were long queues of vehicles to pump petrol as well. Our correspondent said that trading at the Katugastota Economic Centre has been affected by this situation.
දෛනික වෙළඳාම ඇත්තටලා තියෙන ගොවියගේ ලෝල් වලට මිලක් නැති තැනට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා දැන් වෙළඳාම. මගේ ලෝඩ් එක ගහලා අපිත් එදා පෙරේද පහෙන් ආවේ.
2 out of 3 fuel stations in Hambantota had run out of diesel. According to a correspondent, one of the fuel stations was closed down. None of the fuel stations in Thalangama, Koswatta, Kalapuluwava, Rajagiriya, Battaramulla and other suburbs of Colombo had stocks of diesel available.
මේක දාලා ඉවරලා ඉතින් ඉතින් බයිසිකල් එකක් මොකක් හරි බලන්න ඕන. පරණ සුපුරු විදියට පරණ ජීවිතේ ගෙනියන්න ඕන ඊට පස්සේ.
ගොඩාක් හැම පැත්තෙම පීඩණයට පත් වෙලා තියෙන හැම කෙනෙක්ම.
There was a shortage of diesel in Gaul and petrol was only available at one filling station in the area.
අවුරුදු දෙකකට කලින් කරපු පොත තමයි දැන් මේ පරිහන් දෙන්නේ අපි. ඡන්ද දීලා කරගත්තු දේව ගෑරු රට පාලනය කර මෙහෙමුන්නේ නැහැ. රට විනාශයි. අනවශ්‍ය මේ පාරවල් හදනු තමයි කරන්න ඕන දේව කරන්නේ.
2 fuel stations in Birgama today did not have stocks of diesel available.
තෙල් නැහැ ඉතින් පොලිමේ හිටියේ නෑ අද ආයේ හෙටලු වෙන්නේ තෙල් දෙන්නේ 5000 විතරයි දෙන්නේ
ඩීසල් නැති ප්‍රශ්නේ නිසා මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මට දී ගන්න මම ප්ලාස්ටික් එකතු කරනවා බෝතල් එකතු කරනවා ටින් එකතු කරනවා යකඩ එකතු කරනවා මේක වහලා දාලා ඉන්න තමයි වෙන්නේ යකඩ කිලෝ 5ක් આવොත් හෙට අනිද්දා මට එනකොට ගන්න සල්ලි අතේ නෑ ඇත්තටම.
Long queues were seen at fuel stations in Vaunia today as well. Private bus operators in Jaffna allege that fuel stations only issued fuel for 1,000 rupees. Our correspondents point out that intercity bus services had been hampered today as a result of this situation.
With 1,351 filling stations in the country, the public is facing difficulties in purchasing fuel. 241 filling stations belong to the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. Lanka IOC manages 216 filling stations. The remaining filling stations of more than 894 are operated by sales agents.
The IOC distributes close to 19% of the fuel supply in the country. But under the current agreement, they must give the fuel they bring to the company CPSL through the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. The CPSL company distributes the fuel after levying a charge. They have been approved to distribute 5% of the fuel. However, now they distribute 15%, exceeding that 5% mark. They bring fuel from Trincomalee and distribute it to the filling stations in Colombo. Farmers who are battered by the fuel shortage are now unable to reap their paddy harvest. Machines that are used by farmers to harvest their crops do not have fuel to operate. Meanwhile, the irrigation department has requested harvests be reaped for the Maha cultivation season immediately. Director of the Water Management Unit of the Irrigation Department, D. Abesirivardhana, said the Meteorological Department has warned of a large increase in rainfall on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of March. The farming community is in a dire situation due to the shortage of diesel to operate the machines used to harvest their crops. Our cameras captured machines that were left on their fields in Moravava Trincomalee as they did not have fuel to operate. Machine operators request fuel from us. Filling stations are not issuing fuel. Where can we find fuel? This is the amount of paddy we have. We don't have diesel to even harvest that. According to farmers, this issue has arisen as fuel isn't being issued to cans. Farmers say the amount of crops they manage to save after their fields were affected by the fertilizer crisis will also be lost if they don't harvest them before heavy rains hit the area. Machines used by farmers in Kantale, Sinipura, Jayantipura, Vanala and Peramaduwa were inactive today as the farmers there too did not have fuel. According to farmers, against a backdrop where there are intermittent rains, they cannot hope to harvest their crops that they cultivated without even a proper supply of fertilizer. Meanwhile, there was a drop in the number of lorries that brought vegetables to the Manikkumbura Economic Centre in Kandy. Farmers and traders say that the fuel shortage has affected the transport of vegetables. It doesn't make a difference even if we deliver goods after pumping fuel. If the customer don't have fuel to come and purchase them, people have abandoned selling as a daily trade.